Mayor Pro Tem Curtis,
Here.
Alderman Green,
Here.
Alderman Mandray,
Here.
Alderwoman Jones,
Here.
Alderwoman Hoffman.
Alderperson Hoffman, are you on?
Yes, I'm
Okay. Thank you. Alderperson Hoffman is responding via telephone.
We have quorum.
Okay. I'd like to do the pledge of allegiance. Mr. Woody, I'd like to lead, please.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the
Texas flag,
I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, everyone. Welcome. That's going to be our first city-sponsored video, and looking forward to it. So, hi guys. Also, would like to welcome any of the guests we have here in Jamaica Beach from that's come over from New Orleans area, and I'd like to also send prayers to them. Other than that, I'd like to see if we have any public comments.
Mr. Mayor, we have had no one sign up for public comments. Is there anyone on the phone now that would like to make any public comments before we get started with the meeting? I take it by the silence, we have no one online to respond to any public comment.
We're here for a public hearing. The first regular agenda item will be discussion and consider for action to approve the bids received. Is that right? Yes. Consider for the bids to receive for the street improvement project and approval of the options as presented by the Galveston County Engineer as awarded by the Galveston County Commissioners Court. Brad?
In your packet, you have a letter from the county engineer who's basically said that the bids were taken and the county commissioners approved an award to a construction company for the bidding process. If we're gonna continue with the project, then tonight you have to consider one of basically four options for that consideration. One would be the base option, which would eliminate the three streets as named in the alternate bids. And the other would be a combination of picking up one, two, or three of those streets in the alternate bid process. If you do choose an alternate plan, then you would have to pay the difference for the streets that are involved. The basic plan itself is $375,924 as far as obligated for the city funds. If you add Nassau Way, mill and overlay to that, you're adding in another $74,735.08. Tortuga, as you can see, is $67,173.47. Albatross is $23,906.06. As far as projected budgetary for that plan, the city had budgeted a maximum amount of dollars of $398,684. So it's really up to council to decide if any the project should be approved to go forward, or what options if not. If you do approve to go forward with the projects, then we're looking at work, depending on weather conditions, sometime at the beginning at the end of September, the 1st of October of this year.
Do I have a motion to discuss item number one?
I make a motion that we discuss item number one.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, part of my responsibility for the city and the mayor is a liaison to this type, to the streets project, most of the municipality work. So I drove the streets with Brad and looked at each one of the streets, and I thoroughly have reviewed the proposal, the engineer's proposal. The engineering companies did a very good job. They came in, they surveyed all the streets, and with input from us, they determined the streets that they thought really needed improvement or to be fixed. Some of the streets are going to be completely redone. My recommendation is that we accept the base bid for $374,000 or whatever it is, and move forward with the project. I've looked at it thoroughly. This is what the engineer also recommended that we do. They give us some options to add some streets, but I've been down the streets and looked at them, and they don't really need to be redone. So that's my recommendation.
So some of the streets just need to be patched versus complete overlays?
Even at that, some of them, they don't really need that. I think, they came in, this engineering company and the county engineers, they came in and went through all the streets. They gave us a book, a complete proposal. They took pictures of the streets. They located all of the utilities on the streets. They even showed every house apron, concrete apron of the streets for a whole subdivision. They surveyed everything. They determined that the base bid streets we would benefit from and get real value from to either mill them or replace them. The other streets, they just threw in as, if we have the money and we want to spend it, we could do that. We have other projects that the mayor assigned me to be liaison to where we really need this money. I mean, we have a choice here, more streets or put in our water lines and give people decent water pressure. Things like this. After spending some time and really looking at it, my recommendation is just take the base bid and move forward. It's a great deal for us. We're getting almost $1 million worth of paving for $375,000. And I think we should move forward with it, and I really don't know how we trigger it. Brad, maybe you do, or send them a letter of intent, tell them.
Once approved, all I do is I give the county engineer, and the commissioner's court has already approved the award.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just now setting up the time and action plan for the construction to begin.
Brad, they do this every so often, the county does, don't they?
With bond monies, yes, sir. There's no way to determine if we
There's no
will see this
guarantee we're
thing
gonna
2
get
years,
another
5
one.
years, 10 years. There's no way to determine if we're gonna ever have an opportunity for matching funds again, such as this.
So, in other words, we could get more streets done for half as much if we did it now.
We can't really add, we can't replace these streets that are already on this because they haven't been engineered throughout. Not with this process. We can't add those 3 alternative streets
That's what I meant.
to these, yes, sir. But at the tune of a lot more money.
Exactly.
Only thing I'd like to point out is anything above the base bid exceeds our budgeted item.
No. Oh, you mean the other streets?
We budgeted $398,000. If we do anything on or above the base bid, we're exceeding our allotted
Yes,
budget.
basically, that's
The base bid and alternative 3, we would still be within budget, but you're only looking at the street that has less need of work than any street probably in the city.
Yeah, maybe one small street, and it's probably one that, least likely to need anything.
Okay, we ready to vote? I'd like to have a roll call vote. Ms. Taz?
I vote to stay with the base bid.
Gill?
I vote to stay with the base bid.
The same base bid.
Me too.
Looks like motion. Marcy?
Yes, Marcy.
Alderman Hoffman, base bid.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, motion carries. Second item, discussion and consider for action to approve the 2022 fiscal year property tax rate as established by the Galveston County Tax Assessor Collector at the no new revenue tax rate of 0.158419 per 100, or the voter approval tax rate of 0.170497 per 100 of value. Have a,
Mr. Mayor,
yes.
if you would invite any public hearing comments on this actual agenda item. I know that no one has signed up or appeared, but there may be someone on the phone.
Absolutely. Do we have any comments?
Do we have anyone in the public that wants to address the tax rate before the council goes into discussion? Mr. Mayor, by the silence, there's no one that would like to make comment.
Okay, Mayor, I have a motion to discuss.
I'll make that motion to discuss.
I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Mr. Brad, do you want
Uh,
to start off?
Actually, Debbie would probably be best
Okay.
to comment on this. She has actually worked the worksheet with from the tax assessor collector's office.
Galveston County has approved two rates, either the voter approved rate or the no new tax rate, okay? Anything higher than the voter approved rate, we have to put it out for an election. The 0.170497 is actually less than what the citizens paid last year, but the rate last year was 0.186181. So it's, as far as the value of the properties have increased, so if you choose the voter approved rate, then you will gain probably 43,000 in additional tax revenue this year. If you don't, if you choose the no new revenue rate, it's actually a decrease of about 16,000, I think.
And in both rates, you're still paying lower per rates than you did last year.
Right.
Any other discussion? Ms. Alderman Marcy, do you have any discussion?
No, I don't have any discussion on this item.
Nothing on the side.
Are we ready to vote?
Well,
Woody?
Woody.
Start off?
excuse me. I vote for the no new revenue rate, tax rate.
Okay, I'm gonna vote for the voter approved tax rate of 1.170497.
Mr. Gill?
I'm gonna vote for that too. We pick up a few extra dollars this year and we need it. Also, it is still less than what we're paying now, so it is a tax reduction. So yeah, I vote for the point, voter approval tax rate of 170, so whatever.
Ms. Jones?
I vote for the voter approval tax rate.
Alderman Hoffman?
The voter approval with the base fine with me.
Voter approval is fine with her.
Okay. So the voter approved tax rate carries.
I'll notify Galveston County in the morning, that way they can send out the notices. She's waiting on us for tonight to send out everybody's notices.
Third item is discussion and consider for action to approve a group health benefits package supplied by the city extending benefits for all city elected officials to become effective on or about October 1st, 2021. We have a motion to discuss.
I'll make the motion.
We have a second.
I'll second that.
Any discussions, or I can actually start this. This is something I just wanted us to look at. I'm not saying I'm for it or against it. I know a lot of municipalities do offer this. Is it the best deal you can get? Probably not. But I think it's a nice incentive that we as elected officials could have. For me personally, I probably would not do it only because of the dollars involved. Brad, did you happen to by chance find out what it is for elected official plus one?
Yes, that's that, the rates are here in it. That is the plus one rate is employee plus family, which is $3,011.58.
But in there one between there?
The employee, and then the employee plus one is the next level
Our family.
Or the family?
up. The family.
Okay, yeah, so there's not an employee, just plus one.
Right,
Okay.
This is employed plus a family,
plus
Yes.
family, whether it's one person, two persons, or whatever.
and it's $3,000
$3,011.58.
a month.
For the employee only, it's $1,075.56, and that's per month, obviously.
Any discussion? Ms. Marcy, any discussion?
Yeah, if we did decide to go for something like this, where would that money come from? That's a lot of money.
It would have to be budgeted into, from the general fund reserve going into this next year.
But not everyone will be taking part of that, part in that.
Okay,
Mr.
that's
Mayor.
my only question, thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I appreciate you looking into this, and as much time as we hold a vote to council on the incentive program, it is nice. However, at this time, I just don't think the city's ready for it yet, my personal opinion.
I agree with Russell.
Mr. Mayor, I agree also. I do think looking at some type of incentive down the road is viable as our city grows and as we earn it. But, I just don't see any value in it. I'm an elected official. I just don't see it.
Woody, anything?
No.
Are we ready to vote on it?
Thanks.
Woody, how would you like to vote? Actually, let's do Russell. Russell, how would you like to vote?
See how it's worded. Can I just do a yes or no?
Yes.
There'll be a no.
You?
No.
No.
Stan, no? Woody, no? Ms. Marcy?
Alderperson Hoffman,
No.
So motion fails, and we move on at this time into executive session. So, let me see, it is anticipated that all or portion of the discussion it is anticipated that all or a portion of this discussion of the following items, if any, will be conducted in closed executive session under authority of the Texas Open Meetings Act. However, no action will be taken on these items until the city council reconvenes in open session. For the purpose of deliberating the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of public officer, personal matters of the police chief, intern, city administrator, or city secretary, or city department heads or directors. So we will go into executive session here momentarily, at 6:24.